Hello again, and welcome back to Kids Bible Stories. Today's episode is made possible through the generosity of the following families. Thank you very much to 6-year-old Bella and 4-year-old Ben, who like to listen on their drive to church. Thank you to Taylor Rydberg, and thank you so much to Beatrice and Xavier Barbe from England, who have given some of their very own money because they want more children all around the world to get to know Jesus. They enjoy listening in the car, and one time on their trip back from London, when they were stuck in a traffic jam, they actually listened to 20 episodes in a row. I am so grateful for all of you who listen and for these donations. Thank you for your donations. You are spreading the gospel to children all over the world. If you have enjoyed this podcast, would you please consider joining these generous sponsors and supporting it? Feel free to include any information you would like me to share in the introduction. Simply go to kbspodcast.com or click the link in the episode notes. Thank you again. Also, it was brought to my attention by a wonderful listener that on iTunes, episodes number 1 through 32 were not available. This was only on iTunes, and we have fixed that glitch. So, on every podcast platform, you should always be able to see every single episode, and they should always be free. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me. The link is in the episode notes. Today's episode is called Marvel, and this comes from Psalm chapter 19, verses 1 through 6, and Isaiah chapter 40, verses 25 through 29. Do you know what it means to marvel? It means to look at something in wonder, amazement, surprise, or respect. This is something that you children are often very good at. Us grown-ups, well, sometimes we get so distracted or have seen it so many times that we stop marveling at that which is truly incredible. In our story, we will see why it's important to stop and look in wonder at things. If you are near a window at home or in the car, go ahead and look out of it. If you don't have a window, go ahead and close your eyes and imagine seeing a starry night. We will be picturing nature as we begin our story. You'll see why. Now we begin at Psalm 19. The heavens tell the glory of God, and the skies announce what His hands have made. Day after day they tell the story. Night after night they tell it again. They have no speech or words. They don't make any sound to be heard. But their message goes out through all the world. It goes everywhere on earth. The sky is like a home for the sun. The sun comes out like a bridegroom from his bedroom. It rejoices like an athlete, eager to run a race. The sun rises at one end of the sky, and it follows its path to the other end. Nothing hides from its heat. Okay, listeners, what did we just hear? What can remind us of God when we look up?
The sky. Sky!
That's right, the sky. Maybe it's the pink and purple, sherbet-colored sunset sky, the twinkling stars, or the warm sun. When we marvel at the sky, how incredible it is, it points us back to God, who is so powerful that He made all of that. Now, let's hear some more from Isaiah chapter 40. God the Holy One says, "Can you compare me to anyone? Is anyone equal to me? Look up at the skies. Who created all of these stars? He leads out all the army of heaven one by one. He calls all the stars by name. He is very strong and full of power, so not one of them is missing. Are there a lot of stars or just a few?
A lot.
Yes, there are a ton of them. People of Jacob, why do you complain? People of Israel, why do you say, "The Lord does not see what happens to me," or "He does not care if I'm treated fairly"? Surely you know. Surely you have heard. The Lord is the God who lives forever. He created all the world. He does not become tired or need to rest. No one can understand how great His wisdom is. The Lord gives strength to those who are tired, and He gives more power to those who are weak. Well, that's it for our story today. But before we go, let's think about what we just learned. I love this Bible story. It reminds me that when I want to be reminded of God, I can simply look at the magnificent sky or look at nature and just stare and marvel. I often think, wow, what kind of loving God must we have that He makes gorgeous sunsets for us to enjoy, or amazing things like outer space for us to explore. He is so creative and kind. What if He just didn't care, and instead the sky was always just brown? Yucky, yucky brown. Yeah, not as fun. Answer yes or no. Do you stop and notice the world around you? Good, I hope you do. I think you kids are good at this, and this is a gift. I hope you never lose it. What's your favorite thing to look at in nature? It could be animals, plants. Go ahead and say it out loud.
Deer, bunny, what?
Thanks for sharing. I've noticed some of you children marveling and just observing nature. Let's take a tree in the fall, for example. Its leaves have changed to vibrant, bold reds and yellows that just seem to, voila, happen. And then you ask,
But why?
but why are they that color? But how does it work? But why doesn't it make purple leaves? Us grown-ups sometimes have the answers. But even if we have scientific words that we've created to name what happens to trees each season, you still ask, but why? Why? I love this about you. Just because I can name something like tree sap or photosynthesis to explain what happens, it is still absolutely amazing, magnificent. When you really stop and marvel at it, it is mind-blowing. All of these beautiful, intricate little details make us realize how mighty God is. It can point us back to Him and what a powerful and loving Creator He is. So, don't stop marveling. Go ahead and stop and stare. Enjoy what God has created and let it point us back to adoring Him, the Creator. Don't stop asking why. Let it amaze you as you learn. And tonight, when you stare up at the moon and the stars, you can remember this story. Well, that's it for today. In this week's iTunes review, I'd like to thank Anna and Via and Florida Texas B&E. Thanks for taking the time to write your wonderful review. Thanks for tuning in today, everyone. And, as always, bye for now.